You know, whenever I have a solid build idea that seems like it'll work very good in Apocalypse and just overall be fun to play, I see all these other YouTube videos that end up having me question my build. Is it good enough? Why is his build so tanky in Apocalypse? Or whatever other questions they may be. This sometimes make me take for granted the original build idea I already had. And after revisiting it, I realized how insane it is. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's 𝒉𝒆𝒍𝒑𝒔 from Identity again, and we're back with another Remnant 2 build video. Drop a like if you're hype and subscribe if you're new here. Now, there are very many builds that allow you to survive and melt in Apocalypse. Some require you to consistently use relics in order to gain insane health regen, and others give you the ability to deal a ton of damage with your skills, like the Technician's Turret, for example. But I'll tell you that this build is nothing like that. I've learned that as you increase in difficulty in Remnant 2, you have to just get good. But this build is far from average. With this archetype combo, I have almost 100% uptime on whatever mod I decide to use, and a 94% mod damage bonus. This is only achievable with the Archon. I think this is the perfect hybrid for versatility and DPS. If you look at all the passive perks for Archon, it's why I can have an almost 100% uptime on my mods, and the Gunslinger is what's allowing me to rip through anything I aim at. I'm using Bulletstorm and Havoc form for my skills. Havoc form is actually awesome for clearing ads during boss fights too. So here's how it all works. The Chicago typewriter is the primary I'm using, with Hot Shot and the Bullet Weaver mutator. I need fire rate because I'm using Burden of the Follower, which reduces fire rate but increases the mod power generation by a whopping 50%. Another 10% with the Spirit Stone, and if this wasn't enough, I also have the Spirit trait upgraded for another 20%. For the mod damage, I'm using Shard Bonded Ring with the Golden Ribbon Amulet. Remember, these are all without the buffs that Archon's passive skills give me along with its prime perk. Now, we've established a base for consistent damage and regeneration with any mod. But how can we make it even more powerful? Well, that's with critical damage, and of course I got the probability core for that. Another 20% crit relic fragment with some fire rate and more mod damage. Now, for my secondary, there's something you must know about the Nebula handgun. The swarm is actually broken. Literally, whenever the swarm ends, the mod power generation is so much that it's immediately available for you to use again. This means passive damage at all times when using an evade roll or whenever doing anything other than shooting your weapon. And did you know that the nano swarm crits the enemy? This is based on the amount of crit on your build, but this is insane. And with the Harmonizer mutator, I get even more mod damage, and when it's stowed, you get 25% more generation. Sometimes I think this is a bit overkill, but when playing bosses on Apocalypse, you'll need everything at your disposal right away. There's very small margin for error here. Here are the traits I have, the ones that are important at least. Siphoner, Bark Skin, and Expertise. These are great for overall versatility in Apocalypse, and the armor is very important for that as well. I didn't want to be too tanky, at least be able to have enough versatility effectively enough while being able to take a few hits. As I said, on this build, there's nothing that makes you soak up insane damage amounts. This build will simply make you a better player. But if you do want to build with some broken regen and survivability, then check this one out I made the other day. Anyways, the armor is Navigator's Helm, Technician Body Plate, 𝐿ADO Mark II leggings along with the 𝐿ADO gloves. And I think the way this build is set up seems like a hybrid. I love these type of playstyles. They offer so much versatility and damage. I haven't even really explored more of what this can do in terms of other mods I can use. All I know is that it's certified for Apocalypse difficulty whenever you're fighting a boss or just making your way through a dungeon. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and if you made it to the end, I appreciate you for listening. Like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe for more in the future. I'll catch you in the next one. Be right out.